Hello everybody, it's Wednesday, and Monday, August 22nd, we're going to have school here at the Episcopal School of Baton Rouge, pre-K 3 through 12. And there are a couple of things before I go into a little bit longer message I want to assure you about our community. We know that our faculty and staff, every member of our faculty and staff is safe and secure today. They're spread out all over the place, but they're safe. And we're very happy to report that to you, and we've been intensely working on that and answering their needs in the last few days. Also, something beautiful has happened here at Episcopal as well. I call it the 1,000 Points of Light, referring back to the first President Bush and the programs that he encouraged all of us to engage in to help our neighbors and our friends. We've had football players and middle school kids and high school kids band together and go out in groups for very specific tasks here up and down Woodland Ridge Boulevard, all across Baton Rouge, and helping out in many organizations that serve the needs of people here in Baton Rouge. So our community, parents included too, have been very responsive to the needs of the Baton Rouge community overall. Getting back to our school, we have electricity. Our air conditioners are on. Things will be able to dry out. We have internet as of this morning, and we're ready to open safely here on Monday. This situation that we're in has reminded me of those famous beginning sentence of The Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times and it was the worst of times. On the best of times front, all of our classrooms are in good shape. We had a little water enter into 3 of our buildings, but 80% of our buildings stayed high and dry from the beginning of the rain all the way through the end. There was no flooding in the mainstream buildings of where our classrooms are at the school. That's the best of times. On the worst of times side for us, and excuse me, I'm going to look at this list here to make sure I let you know about all these things. We have lost sports equipment because it was stored, in the lower regions of lower elevations of our school. The Coach Deep Trail is going to be reworked substantially to get it back to the full use by kids throughout our school. Our 2 gyms have floors that will need to be replaced and other damage to lockers and things like that. In 3 of our buildings, we've experienced some water. That's all gone now, of course, and we're being dried out as we speak. In Penniman, where our world language program is, in lower school, and in the gyms that I mentioned. Our grounds equipment is also stored down near the creek. It's lost. We're going to undertake efforts to restore the grounds equipment so that our first class team that's made this campus never look better will get us back in shape as promptly as we possibly can in the areas that did flood. Our buses, the ones that take us to athletic events and also on field trips, suffered from the flooding. They'll have motor and transmission issues, we think, and will have to be repaired. We have lost some IT equipment, mainly in the coaches' offices. And the fields themselves that were certainly flooded. Maybe you saw some of these more dramatic pictures of the fields being flooded. We will watch the condition of those fields as they dry out, and we'll just have to see what work we need to do there to keep them perfectly domed and draining like they were before the flood. Tennis court is in similar shape. It's just dry as a bone now, but we need to see how the surface behaves when we come out of this. And then, of course, there's that other category, the category of things that we will discover, that we are about to discover, that are on the worst of times side. So that's what we're working with now. But the things that I've just mentioned to you will not interfere with us conducting classes on Monday. We'll make some adjustments around those situations, but we'll have school. We'll have full school on Monday. I want to say that I want you to know, too, that we were inspired by what we heard from East Baton Rouge Parish Schools. They're opening on Monday. If they can do that, we can do that here. And I just want to give a shout out to Superintendent Drake and to all our colleagues in education in the East Baton Rouge Parish system. Thank you. You've inspired us. We're going to be there with you. We'll be in touch about a lot of different things that will happen next week and try to keep up these daily briefings for you. Also, I want to thank you all for taking care of your friends and neighbors and responding to this crisis in Baton Rouge. Thanks so much.